and gentlemen, it's another beautiful day at Womba Furnitures, and this is the Crystal Beauty Show. My name is Tiafak M. Tonka, and today our guest is somewhat of an artistic nature. And I'm sure that if you are watching from the frames, you already see some signs of new things happening in the studio here. We're going all art. So good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good, Mr. Tiafa.
And who are we with in the studio today?
I am Remond, that is Umbrella Remond Berry.
Okay. And what do you do, Mr. Remond?
First and foremost, I am a teacher by profession.
Okay.
So I teach geosciences at the high school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'm a professional in that field.
Okay, that is first and foremost. That's first and foremost. Now let's go to the other, the other part.
Yeah. So secondly, I do artwork. I do sculpturing on horns.
Okay.
As a hobby.
Uh-huh.
And also, I am trying to take it to a business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's one part that I forgot it. One part. There's one tea that I drank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another one too.
Uh-huh.
I am also a producer of a tea, green tea.
Okay.
By the brand name Vita Green.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we are getting into the picture. You know that if we just want to keep talking about Mr. Verla here, we will not sleep. You understand, because there are a lot of things. So we are going to be diving. We're going to be, dissecting each of these fields. First of all, let's talk about the fact that you're a teacher. How long have you been teaching?
I have been teaching now for over 15 years, 16 years counting.
16 years?
Yes.
And one day you just decided that you want to be an artist. Or let's understand now the link between you being a geoscience teacher and an artist.
Yeah, in the geoscience field, I am very skilled.
Okay.
In doing abstract
okay.
Drawings like in crystallography.
Okay.
And those are topics I go run away from.
Okay.
And I play with those figures in 3 dimensions.
Okay.
So with that, I discovered that I could also do some artwork.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, talking about this artwork, that is the main reason why you're on the Crystal Beauty Show today. So we are going to be, talking extensively on that. So how long have you been doing this art?
I started doing this art I started learning the art in 2018.
Okay, in 2018.
Yes.
That's not a very long time.
A long time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, then 2019, I was on it, and then today, I am this far.
Okay, so how did it start? Did it just happen that, okay, you are an artist, or there was a process that you had to learn from somebody?
Yes, during there was a period I went to the village when my father passed on. So
okay.
I discovered one man who was doing sculpturing.
Okay.
He's old, about 80 years, and he's alive today. So we talk on a daily basis.
80 years?
Yeah, so I saw him doing that, and he complained to me that none of his kids or progeny has learned the art. So I took upon myself the challenge to learn it from him so that his skills should not die now.
I think that's the most interesting thing that every artist should do. Make sure that there is somebody who learns from you. It doesn't necessarily be your children. Somebody who learns the art you're doing so that it lives on. Because if you're doing an art, especially if the art is unique and nobody has that particular skill to carry on, then all of a sudden it dies. And we don't have that art again. So you met this man and he just taught you like that. Did he not express any, financial interest or whatsoever? How did
I met him, and I brought something for him to do for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I brought him a horn for him to engrave on, right?
Yes.
So he does it traditionally in a local style.
Yes.
So he did it. It was so interesting. So I also encouraged another neighbor whose kid was out of school because of the war.
Okay.
It's a girl child.
Yes.
And I encouraged that dad to send the child to that father. Yes. So as we speak now, that girl is also skilled. She's gone back to Form 5, and she's also doing great.
And that is very beautiful. So now, what is now you learned this skill, and you are an artist of this skill, and I'm sure that your art says something to the people. What are you trying to use your art to communicate?
Yes, as I told you, as a teacher, I teach abstract topics like this crystallography I like so much.
Okay.
And it talks about symmetry. So if you look closely on the arts, you discover that when I want to do the two horns, since they are symmetrical, I do the figures to actually portray that symmetry, right?
Okay.
So that is something about the symmetry in life. Yeah. So
Okay.
symmetry is about order,
Okay.
the orderliness in life.
Okay.
And with that too, I make it traditional. So that's why I put traditional figures, but I put them in a symmetrical manner on the two horns.
Okay. So in this art that you do, what are the challenges that stand on your way as you try to to go deeper into the art?
That question is a bit difficult, but I don't know. When I attended the first ever exhibition, just last week, I discovered many artists doing a lot of wonderful and brilliant things. So while talking to them, I actually understood that art is something you need to be consistent about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so without being consistent, you are not going to excel. Yeah. So the challenge I can get now about it, first of all, is how consistent will I be, right? And how will the track record, how will I evolve in all of this?
Trying to balance it with the other things you do.
Yes, with the other things I do.
Okay. So now, with these challenges, have you, finally, you've actually listed those challenges to yourself, and is there any loophole you're seeing that, okay, no, I can overcome this challenge by doing this thing?
Yeah, I've met a lot of artists. Like in the last exhibition we did there, I happen to have met people that I had known before.
Yes.
Yeah, like Meshach Tiku, and he happened to have to be one of my students too in the past. So I was so happy. So, and I've met a lot of people too, and what they say is about making art to go into higher levels, making the beauty out of art. Yes, because what I do too, I see that it's beautiful. Okay. When I do these things, I admire them. I also take time to admire their works, right? So I believe that disadvantage or that I'm talking about, the consistency, I need to overcome it. Okay. Yes, work hand in hand with other artists. Yes, so that
you stay in line.
I stay in line with them. We can create other models and make it big, right? Yeah, it's a kind of synergy, right?
Okay, yeah, it is.
Big.
So thank you very much. If you're just tuning in, this is the Crystal Beauty Show, and we have here Mr. Remond, and he has been talking about his art, as you can see. And we'll be taking a short break where we get a breather, and we'll be right back. You're welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Crystal Beauty Show. My name is Tiafak M. Tonka, and we are sitting uncomfortably in Womba Furniture, sir. So we are here with Mr. Remond, who is talking about his art, and we are going to dive into the art itself to talk critically about what he is trying to represent here. So we have a work of art in front of us here that Mr. Remond did. He's particular in carvings. Not only any kind of carvings, he's carving on horns that I have never really understood how it works, because I did not really know that they were this thing. And they actually light up, like you can see for yourself. So, Mr. Remond, so we have a sample here. Can you just talk to us about this particular piece in front of us? So what is this all about? What were you trying to say here? What is the title of this particular piece, and why did you do it?
Yeah, first of all, I won't start by talking about the light in it.
Okay.
Yes, I will start by talking about the figures that are on the art itself. So
yeah. Because I can see lizards,
Lizards.
I can see elephants, and I can see a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look at those masks, you see the cowries.
The cowries, yes.
You see
yes.
elephants, and then you see the lizards.
The lizards, yes.
And then I repeat the process
Yes.
here in this other horn.
It's a mirror.
It's a mirror image. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this particular piece, I call it the gift of Endele,
Wow.
because we are in Boya.
That's let's first of all use some time to to sink into the thing, because that's a very interesting title, The Gift of M. Delhi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's.
So Boya being in Fako, and we know our paramount chief. So he's the base of our traditions here. So
Yes.
everything we do here traditionally, we always pay allegiance to him. So,
Yes. Yeah.
there was a time I met with him and we spoke. So I started doing arts like this, and I called it Gift of Endele. So under there you see the kings, the mask that
Yes,
represent
the
the great kings.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there you see the elephants,
Yes.
which are the symbol of the tribe.
Yes.
And then also you see
the
the
lizard.
accompanying lizards, which are just friends
Okay.
to that.
Okay.
And then underneath is a base, right?
Yes.
So it shows that the tradition is
A solid
sitting on a
foundation.
solid foundation. So
Wow.
I call it the gift of Endele.
Okay, that is so beautiful. I think I should clap for that one, because the beauty, like, I want to ask, like, I never really knew that cow horns were this thick that you could actually carve on, but I think that's the magic of the art itself, and a magician never reveals its secrets. So, now, how many of these works have you done? Like, are they in their thousands, or they are still in 100?
Normally doing one of these takes so much time.
Yes.
So I have not done so many pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, but I won't say I regret. I have done some great pieces, masterpieces.
Yes.
I sold them off to a person in Limbe. He has been
Yes.
supporting me so much.
Okay.
And you look at his home, they beautify his home, and
Okay.
I hail that person so much for supporting me. So I have done. Then I sold some too to other people in the West.
Okay.
Yeah, like some friends who come here. Yeah, so actually, I have done like, let me just say, 20 or 25
Wow.
of such pieces.
Wow, that is so beautiful. So now, in this journey as an artist, who are those who have inspired you? Like, you learn from this power in the village, but apart from that, like, that is somebody who made you to start this work. Like, what inspires you? What do you draw inspiration from before doing pieces like this?
Yeah, I will first of all thank the inspiration of the old man.
Yes.
Yes, I'm always in constant
communication
with him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's always very cool being around him. So each time I go home, he tells me, look, teacher, when you're doing this is how you go about it.
Yeah.
And then so I have been following him, and now I find myself at this particular level. But again too, I draw inspiration too from the internet.
Okay.
So I go into the internet, I look at masks that people have created in other countries in Africa, like the drawings. Yeah, so I can pick up from there and I modify and but some of them I draw them hand-free too before I implement.
So this part that we're talking about, this great inspiration of yours, what village is this in particular?
He's in Jakiri, that is in Bui division.
Okay. Yeah. So now that you have learned from him and you have been producing artworks like this, you said it's a hobby, or it is something that you're actually planning to take 100%?
Yeah, at times when your hobbies are going towards a business,
yes,
it becomes interesting.
Okay, yes.
And once you have a hobby that's a business, you take it seriously, and that's from where you will succeed.
So what are your future plans? You just started 2018. There is still the whole idea is still very young and people are still to grasp. So what are your plans to?
Yeah, my future plan is to get in touch or in connection with other artists. We can see how to blend arts. Yeah, normally this conception of people working in their own spaces.
Yes.
I'm discrete. It's not a good conception, right? Just like arts would be like a university in which there's collaboration between the faculties.
Okay, yes.
That I can take analysis from here and do in this other laboratory.
Yeah.
And in that we create something with a positive effect feedback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to meet perhaps people who are doing furniture.
Yeah.
People who are doing like painting portraits, and then we can build up from there.
Okay, that is very, very nice. So you also talked about the fact that you are a tea farmer, you are a producer of green tea. So how did that all start about? Like, how did that all come to play?
Yeah, there was a particular period, that COVID-19 period, right?
Okay.
So they shut down schools,
Yes.
and then at that moment I had so ample time.
Yes.
I stayed in the village for that long. I said, "Oh, come on, what am I doing? Just sitting in the house?" So I looked at one vast land like that, a very thick bush. So I bulldozed it, planted a lot of fever grass. So for now, I have like 1 hectare of fever grass planted.
Okay.
And also have a mint farm.
Okay.
So my teas, I use the fever grass and the mint. So I have, for now, I have 2 brands. Vita Green, which is lemongrass tea, and I also have Vita Green, which is mint and lemongrass. Yeah.
Wow, that is nice. So as this business, how old is it? Like, how long have you been doing this?
This business, I conceived the idea in 2016 with a friend of mine at the university when we were doing entrepreneurship.
Okay.
All of us were doing geosciences, but we did entrepreneurship, right?
Yes.
So the lecturer asked us to think out of our boxes and conceive ideas that is out of our field, right?
Yes.
So we conceived that idea. So I started working on the idea in 2016. I had a farm at my 16, but because of the upheaval side, I disappeared from that area.
Okay. So now that, and is this something that you say, okay, I can get a lot of money from it to sponsor my art and the other part of it?
Yes, it is. Let me tell you something. It is a two-way traffic.
Okay.
There are times I get money from the art and I put in
in
that business. It's like 2 months back, I sold some pieces and I took the money and I put in the tea business, and it's
and where can we find this tea? Like, when we met you, I had some samples and I drank them. They were really, really good. And so, where can we find them?
Yes, for now I have the tea being sold at the Njefobi supermarket.
Okay.
Also at Afumob supermarket, all in Boya.
Okay.
And then I also have a shop in Limbe where they sell the tea. That is somewhat in the Langsman shopping in Limbe.
So, Mr. Remond, a lot of people are watching you. You being an artist, you being an entrepreneur, and also you being a teacher. And you juggle on a lot, and you still find time to do your own personal stuff and everything. What advice do you have for these people watching?
Let me advise people the way I advise my own friends and my own kids.
Okay.
Yes. Never you spend your 1 hour or 30 minutes just idling. Even if you're watching a series or TV, let your hands be active. Yeah. So at times I work 24 some days. But I do that, I can be doing that and watching perhaps National Geography, watching news or music. So I cannot just sit and I'm just relaxing without my hands being active. So
okay, yeah. That is so beautiful. Please never you do anything idle, like never be idle. You should always look for time to keep on walking and keep on walking. Thank you very much, Mr. Remond. And somebody's watching the Crystal Beauty Show right now and is trying to find you, to get to you. Are there any social media handles or platforms that you're on that we can reach you at, maybe as an artist or as a tea farmer or just as a teacher?
Yes, I am on Facebook with the Facebook handle Vela Remond Berry.
Okay.
Yes. Then I also interact on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So I'm on Instagram with the very names as Vela Remond Berry.
Can you give the spellings of the name so that we just be sure, because that's an African name.
Okay. Vela is Vera, and Remond is Raymond. Then Berry is Beri.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Remond, for joining us on the studio. And this art is really beautiful. Maybe I will find time to, come and buy mine in your shop there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have been with Mr. Remond and we have been getting a lot of response. He is an artist, teacher, and an entrepreneur of tea. So if you're just tuning in, we have landed the jet. If you're watching us on the TV channel, please go to YouTube and search The Crystal Beauty Show, because that's where you're going to find us. On Twitter, we are The Crystal Beauty Show, TikTok, and Facebook. We are The Crystal Beauty Show. My name is Tiafak M. Tonka, and I'm sitting here with Mr. Remond comfortably on Womba Furniture. Without missing the next episode, without, gingering and dancing in other places, keep true and stay true to the Crystal Beauty Show. We from here are saying
Bye-bye.